What up? What up? What up, world? We are back. This is Get Right Fantasy Network. I'm Anthony, aka Rasta, and as you guys see, I have a very special guest in the house, the one, the only FF Tycoon, aka a bunch of other things, as you guys know, but it is a casual Friday. My favorite name is the best dressed man in fantasy football, but he's here from the fantasy boardroom. Tycoon, how's it going, my brother?
Fantastic. Thank you for the beautiful intro, Rasta. Too kind, too kind. But it's stoked to be back. I mean, I think this is the first time I've come on with you guys, since the end of last season. So pretty stoked to be back in the Get Right room.
You're here,
love
man.
The boys, love the audience, the friends, good community. Love it.
Here we are, man. Love it, dude. And I'm excited. We're doing our Friday night mocks here. We got everybody waiting in the draft. So I might as well pull this thing up here. Let's just get this thing going. We'll handle some of the other business, but let's get this mock underway. So here we go. So hopefully everyone's there, and they're still there waiting. Uh-oh. Do you hear the sound on that? Or is that just me? You did hear it?
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to turn that all off. All right, we'll see.
Oh, wow.
How it works.
That is not what I...
Ron Swanson.
Okay, well.
Allen falls to you at the 102. That's not bad.
I mean, it kind of... I already had a plan, assuming that Allen was going to go 1-1, so this kind of just changed a lot. This is a sharp room. Not taking quarterbacks early. I love it. I love it so much.
Very interesting.
Because we were just... Yeah.
Very interesting. I'm like, I had other stuff to talk about here, but this is just kind of taking me out of everything.
And Jake,
wow. And then we have, so this is what I'm talking about. Go ahead. You tell me what's going on.
That's what I was going to do at 1-2 was take Lamar if Allen went first. So him being the quarterback 2 off the board just warms my freaking heart. Now I'm really worried about this room, frankly, and how well my team's going to do because we got some smart people in here.
We got some sharks in here, and I think I figured out the sound thing. We don't hear this anymore. Season, you autoed on me already. That's it. You're officially on probation. I know Mike's saying it right now. That's it, man. That's tough. You better get back in here, buddy. Get off that auto. But like you said, man, I was listening to your show yesterday about your QB rankings, and that was one of your big takes there. You had Lamar there as the QB2. I think he is getting slept on, for his potential, upside. He's basically Jalen Hurts on steroid. Oh, maybe I shouldn't probably say that, right?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably let's not say that. Yeah, not something good to drop on a football channel. Yeah, so. Let's just say he's a juiced up version of Jalen Hurts, what his potential, is there. So, I mean, I like that take, man. I think I have him right now at QB4. Still have, Herbert and Mahomes ahead of him. Of course, Allen at the 1. But I'm not that far off, man, of that feeling. And I could definitely see, why people go that way.
I mean, and understandable to have those guys ahead. If Herbert ran a little more, I might have him up there. Mahomes losing Hill, I think, is important. I mean, he's still obviously going to be great because he's Patrick Mahomes, but can he still get up to that like QB? They are going to have to. There's going to be a lot of points scored in that division this year.
Right, and that's the only reason why. And because Baltimore plays in just that bad weather, just kind of rugged, just smash mouth, like they don't really want to pass, like they want to run again, and that's where his upside is. But like they're not about scoring 35, 40 points. I mean, they're capable, they will if they have the opportunity, but they're just as happy to win a 10-7 game,
Fair.
So that's the only reason why I have Herbert and Mahomes ahead. And that's the only reason why.
I think that
and look at me, I'm autoing myself over here.
Oh, shoot. Wait, that wasn't an auto, was it? Eckler?
Yeah, no, I think I had my Q set going on here, but something was going on there.
My bad.
Everything was all jumbled, but that's okay. I'll take Tom Brady here after all that. Probably should have taken Hurts, but we'll see.
We got you all
Yeah.
caught up here.
I see Ron got me.
But I think he's still going to have like a bit of a chip on his shoulder. He still hasn't been paid yet. And I think he still has a lot of doubters, despite already having won an MVP and playing well for 3 years. So I think he's really going to be out to shut people up as much as he can this upcoming season. I think we've got another like MVP level performance coming. So that's part of why I'm really high on him. Plus, he now has the best receiver he's ever had in his second year, growing in Rashad Bateman, and I think that's going to be a big boost to his ability to pass more successfully more often, along with Andrew's continued growth. I mean, obviously a monster last year, and I don't really see him slowing down much. I mean, I just think all the ingredients are in place.
They're there for sure. And again, don't kind of sleep on the fact that it's still very early in the season. I mean, Baltimore could still make a move for, somebody. There is, I've started hearing little minor rumblings of like a possibly, and Antonio Brown. Apparently, he's been hanging out with Lamar all off season, and stuff like that. I mean, I doubt he ever sees an NFL field again. But again, I mean, you never know. I mean, the Ravens were willing to sign like Des Bryant when nobody wanted to touch him. They wanted to, they'll take some of these guys sometimes because they just want deals on receivers for the talent. Like they don't really want to spend their money there, but they'll take those chances on those type of guys. To me,
I think that's true. I would say I think AB presents an entirely new class of risk versus a Dez. I mean, Dez has had, there's been incidents, I guess you could say, in the past, but I wouldn't. I'd be stunned if anybody ever takes another shot at AB.
Exactly. Man, I probably would have went a quarterback there, I think, instead, but I don't hate it. I'll probably just have to go quarterback, running back here again. But what are you thinking on this little turn here?
I have two targets, and I'm trying just to decide who I think might make it back around for that 3-2.
While you're thinking about that, I'm going to try to get caught up to the chats, man. The chat's flying out crazy. So shout out to Ron
let's get
out there while you make those picks, and then you can walk us through it after. So shout out to Ron in the house saying he hopes he gets his draft right here. We got Mike Ortiz, who's in this draft, drafted in the where's Prado at? He's drafted in the 8th spot there and has Prescott and Chase so far. That's really nice setup. We got Dustin in the house. What up, Dustin? I think he'll be back next week, man. So we're excited. Let's see. We got Ron saying, what's up? Mike's at a wedding tonight, man. So he's not here with us. This is not Mike tonight, Ron, but that's okay. This is Tycoon. He's in the house.
Oh, no, I think he was talking to Mike in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Ortiz. That's right. And let's see. But shout out to Mike at the wedding, holding it down. I know he'd probably want to be here, but he's enjoying that thing. And Ron is in the draft here. He is RJC2, drafting right ahead of me here. I'm in the 11th spot. We have Rafi Baum in the house too. He's in this draft as well. We got Dim Boy saying what's up. I know he's doing a vacation, but he said he's out there going out to Dallas, man. He'll be there for 6 days. So shout out to Dim Boys. Appreciate the support, brother. Yeah, that's going to be fun. He's going to love it out there. Let's see. We got just a bunch of stuff in here. We'll get back to the chat here. So walk me through. So I'm going to get ready for my picks. Why don't you walk me through your 2 picks there?
Well, Diggs is kind of my dark horse there, and not really that much of a dark horse, but to finish wide receiver 1 overall, having lucked into Allen, going with that stack, even though I'm not much of a, at least in redraft leagues, I'm not really paying attention to that very often, but figured why the hell not. Figured I had a better chance at Swift coming back around the bend than Diggs.
Right, and he did take 2.
He still took 2 running backs. Yeah, so I'm stunned that Swift was. I can't believe he took Chubb in front of Swift. So
I mean,
I'll
Chubb
take it.
You did see that video of Chubb like squatting 610 pounds or something like that, right? That's insane.
Nobody doubts Nick Chubb's strength or ability to run or anything like that. It's PPR. That's strictly what he doesn't catch passes. That's exactly what DeAndre Swift does do. Well, it's a pretty easy call for me.
Very nice. So I'm going to I'm gonna do something, and I mean, to me, I know those are your guys. You got them on your Dynasty team, that we're in. So I know those are your guys, obviously. So not bad picks, pretty no brainers, I think, for you there, in that spot.
Guys, I'm known to be high on.
Right. I went ahead and took a shot on Debo, man. I think it's probably my first time actually drafting him in a mock, and all the mocks and best balls that I've done so far this year. Probably one of the times, I mean, what are your thoughts? Obviously, we're two Niners fans here. So tell me what you're thinking about Debo.
You're talking about 7th receiver off the board. I mean, probably still a little higher than I would be willing to go personally, but I mean, I don't hate it. Obviously, as a Niners fan, I'm a huge Debo fan. I do think we probably saw the best fantasy season of Debo's career last year. I think that's likely. I see how the offense is going to operate with Lance at the helm over the course of a full season. I think is also going to be something I need to see play out before investing that high in Debo. He gets dinged up a bit too. Thankfully, he didn't miss too much time last year, but there's always seems to be something nagging with Debo injury-wise, so just a little more risk for me than I'd like to take, at that position. That said, would not be shocked whatsoever if he does finish around that wide receiver 6, 7, 8, something like that with another great season. I mean, in the games Lance did start, Debo put up huge numbers.
Yeah, I was going to say he still did pretty good. And that's the thing that was, when I was kind of taking a little deep dive in there, about him, it was, I think I was actually talking about, I was on Martin's show and he was, we somehow came up on the receivers and I was like, can you name the top 5 yardage of receivers? And lo and behold, Debo was actually 5th at 1,400 yards. The next closest person was like 12 something. And so, I mean, it was clear his receiving was still well ahead. And then you throw on, the 300 and something, whatever, or 600, I forgot what it was exactly on the rushing side of it. When you add that on top of it, obviously, mainly it was more the touchdowns than the yardage. It just, it kind of made me feel a little more comfortable, even with Lance, like they're going to use him even in a receiving role, and where he makes his damage is yards after the catch. So, that's important, as long as Lance can get him the ball, or they design ways to put the ball in his hands, he's proven that he can, make plays. Now, granted, is he going to go for 1,400 and all that again? I don't think so. Like you said, I think he did hit his peak, and I am probably drafting him at his, career ceiling, versus this year's redraft ceiling. So that is, I think, a little high, but at the same time, you're hoping you're just getting a guy that's being worked into his offense. So that's my thought on that. So as you're getting your picks here, Swanson, what happened, buddy? While you're getting your picks here, we'll get Ron back. I'm going to get back to the chat here a little bit. We got Sufyan Malik is back. What's up, man? Long time no see. How you guys been? Welcome. Glad to have you here, brother. Welcome back. We're getting into this season, man. So this is what's up. We have Emil in the house here. Good evening, Get Right. How's it going, man? And we got Mike in the house saying Shmokabo home. He's saying he got some wedding cake going, so shout out to you there. We got Cody in the house, Magoats, as you guys know him, and he's saying you better not auto again. So it happens. I mean, I even did it, I guess, in the first round, so that's okay. Dustin was saying Dak's better than somebody, probably Lamar, when we were having that Lamar discussion. So yeah, there you go. We got a classic Mike shouting. So he's watching from his pocket at the wedding. I love it. He can't get enough of us. I hope you're enjoying it. We miss you here, brother. We'll see you next week, man. Emil is saying Lamar better than Herbert. So you got a believer there with you, Tycoon. So there it is. And yep, Mike saying, what's up? I should probably read these a little first. I could probably maybe skip through some of them, but I like popping them up on the screen, man. This is awesome. We got a lot of people
part of the fun
watching here tonight. This is what's fun, man, for sure. FF season become the auto draft king. Look at that, man. Getting called out.
Sidebar real quick. Back to Debo for just a second. The other thing that concerns me just a little bit fancy-wise is he had 8 rushing touchdowns last year. And I don't see how that doesn't regress a bit. I mean, the touchdown rate overall. I cannot hear you. Hope it's not on my end.
I think it was me.
Oh, there we go.
You can hear me? We're good?
Yes.
All right. But yeah, I said I agree. I mean, there has to be some regression there. Obviously with the TDs. I mean, it's kind of like that same feeling with James Conner, right? I mean, do we think he's scoring that many TDs again this year? Oh man, and there goes Otto again. I got too much going on. Who did we get? Waddle right there.
Yep.
I'm already not liking this draft, but we were just talking about it earlier. Let me just go ahead and grab the guy, Deontay Johnson.
Really?
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
I know. I just didn't expect that based on our conversation.
Right? But I'm gonna take it. I've already kind of messed up this team a little bit, so I'm just gonna kind of maybe see if I take some of these guys that I normally don't take and kind of see how it all comes together.
It's a group of receivers that could be among the best or totally just kill you. You could have the best or worst receiving group in the league with that.
Right, it could go either way.
I mean, oh yeah. But I love it though. I mean, that's like part of
all or
love
nothing,
risky,
right?
high upside teams. Less so in redraft, more so in like bigger tournaments, but still.
Right.
That's generally the way I like to play. You know, finishing in third place brings me zero joy in a 12-team league. So, yeah, swing for the fences.
Exactly, right? All or nothing. Rip the Band-Aid off. Dustin saying, let's start a GoFundMe for a new hat for Ant, like an NFL one or something. So he just wants me to just wear like a plain black hat, apparently, with just no logo or just an NFL logo. That's all bad, man. Of course, them boys disagreeing with them. That's messed up, guys. What's up with that? At least this is a 49er show tonight, so that's I'm still getting it. Ron's in here saying he's an Eagles fan, so he's down saying get out with the Niners hat too, so that's okay. But don't you think he needs more help? More to help him. Maybe Lamar is what he was talking about still on that. That's why it sucks to sometimes.
It's hard to say if we don't keep up with the issue. I feel like we're yapping too much.
You guys keep them coming though, man. We appreciate it.
We'll catch up. We'll be very close.
Happy birthday, Ron.
Hell yeah. Happy birthday, Ron.
HBD, brother. From all of us here at Get Right. Cody's saying he's trying a new strategy too. He doesn't usually go to QBs to start. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, and I look over and now he's on an auto too. What's going on, Cody? Get back in here. This is a crazy mock on this one. But that's all right, man. I'm having a lot of fun just sitting here talking football with you, man.
Blast.
Absolutely. So
a tough pick.
Yeah, where are we at now?
Oh, so coming to Rafi you here. Bomb.
Oh, he grabbed
brutal,
Judy,
bro.
Huh?
Brutal. Holmes, that's where I was going, I think. That stings. Okay.
So are you Judy over Sutton? And what do you read into this whole Tim Patrick thing?
I think Tim Patrick is my preferred third option there, but I'm definitely Judy over Sutton.
So, I mean, is this Denver offense pretty much like Kansas City? Like, you don't know which guy is really going to pop off, but you know one of them is going to, or they all could be decent. So you just kind of want to get a piece of it if you can.
Mostly, for me, it really depends a lot on price point. I'm not expecting like say any of the receivers to probably exceed, top 15, 15 or so. But let's see. This is a tough decision.
See, I'm adding you on the clock. Go ahead, take your time. And I'm going to tell here.
No.
Classic Mike says we have some awesome news coming. Right. So much coming up for us. So yeah, we have some good stuff. He doesn't want to give it away yet, so he'll be back. We got a special guest coming up next week. So got to tune in on Monday. A little teaser, I guess. Look at that. All right, so go ahead, Tycoon.
I would definitely. I'm excited to a certain degree about any given piece of that Denver offense with Russ in town. Javonte another year of growth. Although calm down as far as expecting him to be even an RB1. I don't think that's going to happen as long as Gordon's in town and healthy. So, but even still, I think that adds to the overall offense. Having two strong backs like that still, Sutton is a good receiver. I understand why many people like him and strongly even prefer him over Judy. Judy's route running is just so perfect, frankly.
That's my thought.
Going from Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater to Russ is going to be such a boost for him. I can't even really express how excited I am to see how that's going to go. And I think it's going to go very successfully. I mean, I think Sutton and Judy actually are two of the receivers that had some of the highest unrealized air yard totals in the entire league. So we've seen, again, Sutton have a wide receiver one season. We've seen him be very good, but Judy, going into that third year breakout season as well, I think is just ready to go. So for him, I think it's also a matter of health. Keep that ankle healthy, stay on the field, develop that chemistry with Russ, and Tim Patrick. I like him over KJ Hamler or Alberto or anybody like that. I think should Sutton or Judy, who have both been known to miss time. We've seen Tim Patrick step in and perform tremendously, and he's practically free. So I'm all about drafting Tim Patrick. Judy and Sutton is very league specific, depending on how you guys feel and where they go.
Right. And they usually always go back to back. Like once someone grabs pretty one, close, like the other one's usually going within 2 or 3.
It's usually 6th, 7th round. Yeah. Like we've seen here.
About here, yeah.
You're about to be up, so don't.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I've kind of been trying to watch here to make sure I'm kind of staying on it. But apparently Mike's saying it was an early wedding. He's all done now, so he's just kicking back and enjoying the show. So we appreciate
even
that,
better.
brother.
Okay.
That's even better. So that's cool. You get to hang out here with us. Let's see. And Jake the Snake's in here saying he's glad his Lamar pick is getting some love. It absolutely was. You're definitely getting that love here from Tycoon. Again, make sure you check out the Fantasy Boardroom. Check out the description down there. Go follow my man Tycoon on Twitter. Subscribe to his channel, man. I think you're in the middle of starting to break down all your rankings and stuff like that. You're doing QBs. I assume you're going to start rolling out the other positions. So make sure you guys tune into that. And you'll get his takes there. So let me get this pick in here before I forget.
Yeah, get that in. And I did a weird order. I think I went running backs first, then wide receivers, then quarterbacks. Next week will be tight ends.
Okay, there you go. So there it is. So I'm going to go, again, kind of going with guys that I don't normally grab here. I'm going to go Amari Cooper just in case this Watson's shenanigans. Actually, he does play this year. So again, it's just kind of the theme of the team tonight. And then right here, I mean, I probably should look at running back, but I don't really like kind of getting this in SuperFlex. This is kind of still that running back dead zone. I think I'm probably going to grab, again, this is 3 wide receiver and a flex. And apparently I lost my pick as I was talking. I was going to grab Bateman, but that's okay. Who did I get instead? Godwin. That's still not that bad, actually. I'll take it. Even better.
Just hope he doesn't miss too much time. Oh, man.
Right. I personally think, like, not in regards to this mock, but just my personal take on it, I don't think he's coming back till probably November. Like at the earliest, like when you can expect him to like contribute to your fantasy team, maybe early December. So again, you just have to have the wide receiver depth. Like if you go wide receiver heavy, like I don't think you can grab him if you go like super running back heavy early.
No, yeah.
Is like what I'm trying to say. Like you have to have that wide receiver depth to be able to just stash him on your bench. Especially if you have an IR spot, you can just throw him in there, and then just get by until he comes back for the playoffs. And as long as he's looking good, and if you already made the playoffs and he's looking good, you can throw him in. Or if you're still doing fine and it's not working out, you got there already without him, so go for it.
I agree. And I actually don't think he'll miss as much time as you do. I'm probably a little. I'm thinking probably week 6-ish, week 7 that we'll see him back. And I guess like you said, by the time he's really contributing, a couple games to shake off the rust. Yeah, it could be early November.
Exactly. So, that was it. So let's see, man. Who else we got here? The chat's just going crazy, man. I appreciate this, man. This is so cool. You guys just keep it up in there. We have Mike talking about the Sutton over Judy and the Patrick over Judy for the price. So Mike's even going Patrick over Judy. He doesn't like paying up for Judy.
He does not.
Yeah,
still need to talk in depth about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a private conversation over a drink or something about that one. I want to be there for that one. I'm Sutton over Judy. So we got Ron in the house saying he's Sutton over Judy. And Classic saying Tycoon loving that Lions ranked 5th overall O-line this season. Did you mention that already? I might have been
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I actually hadn't looked deep into offensive line ranking. Stupid.
This is the best comment of the night right here. Sorry, man.
I know they're a tremendous line. So being ranked 5th is pretty
good.
Pretty nice to see. And I know Mike does his research.
And it's on your
really
pick
doubt
too.
when he gives me. Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
So I don't doubt when he throws something out there like that it's coming from a reliable, accurate source.
Oh yeah, Mike is our offensive line guru. He's all over that stuff. So I love that about him. Ron's in the house saying our celebrity couple name would be Raccoon. That's amazing.
I can ride with that.
Yeah, we'll rock with that. That's hilarious. Brooks is saying he completely missed that it's a 3 wide receiver team. Dang it. Oof. Brooks is 7 rings, drafted in the 7th spot here. It's okay though, because Ron Swanson might have completely forgot it was a super flex. But he didn't do too bad. I mean, he ended up grabbing Watson and Tannehill, obviously, if Watson, plays. But again, I like to see how this team might churn out. There's a couple quarterbacks left that he might be able to snag to kind of make it decent. But I think he waited a little too long on wide receiver in a 3 wide receiver league too.
Yeah, I'd say so. Although honestly, for who he got, that's not too bad considering how long he waited. You could do worse with that if you're going 0 wide receiver, essentially.
Definitely. We got Josh Sanders in the house saying, what's up, guys? Got to start drafting in here. Absolutely, yes, Josh, man. Hit us up, DM, check out the description. All of our contact info is there. Make sure you come join the private Get Right Network community on Sleeper.
Fine.
It's in the description there.
Ends.
Who did?
Thielen. I think that Thielen pick is great.
That way is a good pick.
That's
and that is super
value.
late. Yeah. That guy's still going to be good, man. It's going to be a good offense this year. Yeah.
Cousins is going to have a career year.
Yeah. No, you were saying that, yesterday on your show. So that was, I agreed with you there. I, after our conversation too, I kind of rearranged my, my rankings here. And I actually, after looking at it, I put Murray all the way at 10 after our conversation yesterday.
I love it.
Can you believe that? Like everything
I didn't have the balls to put him all the way down.
He's not going to have his weapons. He's not going to do this. I mean, I was really kind of getting him in that 8, 9, 10 range, but I ended up putting Dak and Russ ahead of him. I know you probably don't have Dak ahead of him.
I don't, but yeah, I mean, I don't hate it.
To me, I just think they're probably going to have to throw it out. And they paid him all that money, so I think they're still going to air it out. I mean, and he has that rushing upside. I think he's going to run a lot more this year. I don't know if they quite mentioned it. I think I've heard a little bit about them mentioning that, but I just think now that he's, a year, more removed from that injury, that was a big part of his game. And, right. I'm sure you probably remember last year, I actually had him ranked number 1, number 2, like he had that potential, with those weapons. And if they were going to be throwing the ball 45, 50 times a year or a game, I was like, oh, he's going to be up there. So without, and especially now that Kyler kind of got paid, which, big news today, obviously signs a 5-year, $230.5 million contract with 46.1 per year or something like that.
Unreal.
Yeah. So pretty crazy numbers. So honestly,
like that has me more down on Kyler. I mean, he's paid now. Where's the additional? He's never struck me as the most motivated.
That's exactly
dude in the
what
world,
kind of made me drop him. Yeah.
So yeah, he got his money. We'll see. Made the right decision picking football, though. That's now been officially confirmed.
Say that again? Sorry, I was making my pick.
Oh, he made the right decision choosing football over baseball now. That's official.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah, 160 million guaranteed. Yeah.
Yep.
He's it was definitely a good decision.
He was never getting that from the A's, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. They just trade everybody as soon as they get good.
Yeah, they don't pay people.
Never. Yeah,
I think he realized
that. Yeah.
Worst possible team to get drafted by if you're looking to make a bag.
Exactly. I'm glad you're holding it down in the chat here for me, man. I appreciate that. I see you getting back to these people. There it is. We're almost current. Look at that. Yeah, Mike's holding it down. I appreciate that too, Mike. Hold it down in there. Just letting the values fall.
Check that last comment. Pull that up.
Ooh, which one?
The very last one,
Them
most
boys?
recent. Yes.
They have Dak will be running more this year, and they're going to move the pocket more, so he'll probably have more improvised runs too. So there you go, man.
Interesting.
See that? My intuition's on there.
I might have to reevaluate Dak.
See? You see what I'm saying? So I have Dak at, where did I say I had him?
I just think Cooper's a bigger loss than people are thinking. That's all. Especially with
Gallup. No, it is.
It's going to be missing a good chunk of the season to start too. So.
Yeah, they're saying obviously good things about Tolbert. Obviously, we'll see how that all goes. Sure. Obviously, it's a rookie. I do really like Gallup. Gallup. How he popped at the beginning of last year, like
Gallup's an excellent receiver.
Yeah, he's really good and just
he's a wide receiver one on a handful of teams.
Right, and to me, again, like he's one of those. To me, he's like Godwin, just way better value. Like they basically tore their ACLs around the same time. And you might be able to get, a little more value, out of Gallup instead of drafting Godwin earlier. So good stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, actually.
But Mike's saying not with a beat up O-line, but I think that's probably why Dim Boys is saying they're going to move it around a little more.
They're going to have to.
Yeah.
Because that's a really good point.
Yeah. And he's saying he completely agrees with you on Cooper. And but he is Godwin, and he will be back in November. Yeah, and that's what I was saying about that. And they're definitely agreeing. Cooper definitely a huge loss. Once Gallup is back, though, I think he'll actually be the one there. And there is potential that could be. Maybe they just put CD back in the slot, and run him out wide with Tolbert. So who knows?
Yeah,
we'll see.
I think Moore will be pretty creative. Again, I think he's going to have to be.
Yeah. Just as long as they're not, run our first down every time.
Right. I highly doubt that's going to be the case with Zeke and Pollard.
For sure. So now that we're finally caught up, I missed a lot of stuff in there. If I missed anything you guys wanted me to read back, just throw it in there again. Or if you have any questions, keep them coming. And he's saying that's actually why he's low on CD this year. So keep them coming in there, man. But before we get into it, I do want to just make a quick little announcement. Before this draft gets over, man, while we have people in here. We're trying to grow here, man, at Get Right Fantasy Network. As you guys know, we've been introducing the 2 days podcast with Magoats, who's here drafting with us tonight. So again, they're coming on board. We'll be releasing a lot of content, not just fantasy driven. We'll just kind of be overall sports talk, of course, with fantasy in there as well, too. So again, make sure you check out the description and check out the 2 days podcast now on Get Right Fantasy Network. And we have a new show coming on with us here as well, too. WAGMI, Fantasy Football. Colin and I have got together. And again, check out the description. Their information's down there as well. Go subscribe to their YouTube, man. He's a great guy. Been getting to know him. Real smart man, writing a lot of articles, knows his stuff. And, we just want to get out there and found a good partnership. We connected. And we think we can help each other out and just bring more content and information here for you guys. So make sure you check them out. WAGMI Fantasy Football. It's WAGMI fantasy.com. And one big thing that they're doing actually is they're going to be doing the WAGMI War Zone, which is going to be like their listener league. It's going to be a 12-team league. And it's going to be all about just being ready for war. Like, he wants ruthless, violent, trash-talking people. A lot of those guys are in here. Swanson, a couple of you guys, man, that can bring that, intelligent, just trash talk. So we want to get that in there. And then they're actually going to do a whole podcast around the league. So they're going to, invite the league mates on to come in, talk about the league, do all that kind of stuff. They're going to have contests for pick'em games of the week, so it's going to kind of be an interactive league. Really cool idea. So definitely check it out if you guys are interested. Make sure you hit up Colin, and it's going to be fun, man. So really looking forward to it. And, there'll definitely be more to come.
You're on the clock.
All right. Thanks, man. Had to get that little plug in there.
No problem. I just didn't want you to time out. We got, we have.
Oh, am I, as I'm doing that, I'm going auto draft over here. It's all right, man. Yes. I'm going to get kicked out of my own draft. That's all right. I'm earning that F today. Gesicki? That's like one of Mike's guys. You need to take a running back here. I think I'm going to go Pierce.
No, glad you got that play. That's awesome to see Get Right growing like this. I mean, if they're being added to the team by you guys, no doubt they're awesome. And I can't wait to check out 2 Days WAGMI. I'm not super familiar, honestly, but I now will be.
Yeah, no, I mean, up and coming guys, we all are. And the best part about it, just like Dim Boy says here, and he's been checking them out, it stands for we're all going to make it, man. And so, again, like I said, it's all about, it's all about just getting us all connected, like how you and I did, man. There's a lot of people that have egos in this space. But for us, it's all about just saying, man, we just, have the platform to be able to, throw our takes on camera, and anyone we can help, kind of live out their dream or, whatever you want to call it, to get behind a mic and, talk football or whatever it is you want, your passion. I want to support that and to be able to help somebody else, kind of get their little springboard. It's great. And I'm all for it, bringing more people that we can in, because it's a family, it's a community, and that's what it's all about. So, and it said, perfect, man, we're all going to make it. So shout out to them. WAGMI Fantasy, and of course the 2 Days podcast, and hopefully more to come, man. Got to get Jeezy in here. I'm still going to talk to him about coming on, man, because he's a great guy too. So Brooks is laughing. Yeah, so Brooks is laughing at me here because he saw me take 2 tight ends. It was definitely an auto pick. Brooks knows me well enough. I'm definitely not taking a second tight end that early. That's for sure. So especially when I got Ertz, man, I really actually like Ertz this year. Just because everything we were talking about, why we have Kyler kind of so down. I still think Ertz is going to eat there. Let's see. I have a lot of shares of him, man, in best ball. I hope he comes through. I guess maybe that's why.
I think Ertz is going to have a good season, especially I think early on without Hopkins. I mean, everybody's looking at Hollywood. I think Ertz will be. I mean, look what he did. The end of last year with Hopkins not in the fold. And I know obviously Hollywood wasn't around, but still.
Right. I mean, it's really just them too. So, I mean, we'll see. Rondell Moore, I mean, with his 1.3 ADOT, from last year. I mean, obviously they lost Edmonds. It's not much there. So, Classics out here saying Ant gave me that opportunity a year ago and a year or so ago, and he couldn't be happier. And I couldn't.
Nor
either,
could
man.
we, Mike.
Yeah, dude, you're such a great, addition to this channel, man. We couldn't do a lot of this without you, brother. You've helped, just take this. This company, this channel, to, new heights. And especially now that we got finally twisted your arm enough to get you on Twitter, you've been bringing us, crazy guests and making connections that I can only kind of dream of, especially with you being out there in the East Coast. It's a win-win situation, man, for all of us. And I know I speak, for all of us here at Get Right and for the viewers and everybody that's involved with us, man, that we couldn't be happier here with us, man. So,
if you don't like Mike, you are wrong.
Yeah. Remember when you said that last year and when we were doing the St. Jude's charity? It's like, if you like sick kids or something like that.
Do you hate sick kids? If not, simple premise, effective. I mean,
no, it was when you said it right. But remember when I tried to say it and I just like completely butchered it, man? That was like one of the funniest things. They didn't let me hear it down for so long after that. So that's hilarious. Oh man. And I do have my pick coming up, so I am going to try to pay attention this time, but I'm having too much fun in the chat, man. This is just
chat's good.
This is too much fun. Mike saying he has Ertz in the Scott Fish Bowl 12. Both
choice.
Of you guys are in it. Tycoon and Mike both got in. So congratulations to you guys for that. Hopefully I can join you next year, but I'm not
Hopefully so. Did you join the satellite?
I am. I am in the Underdog satellite. I'm with the terrible slow draft thing, and I literally we didn't even make a pick today. So
Ooh, it was. Wait, how long is the timer?
It was supposed to be like 8 hours, but Underdog's actually kind of been glitching. I was about to do an Underdog promo, so I probably shouldn't say it right now, but the clock's been all weird, and it's like on a like 12 and 16-hour clock. Like, it's been all weird, even though it says it's only supposed to be 8. So
interesting. We'll
have to look into that.
We've been moving pretty slow in our draft too. We did the first 10 rounds live in the division I'm in, and restarted on Monday. And we've got through 1, 2, 3. We've gotten through 11, 12, 13, 4 rounds in 5 days. Ooh. And today, I think we've made 5 picks. We're on the 6th person currently. So, I think one of those days is where we knocked out about half of these. Like everybody was paying attention one day.
Right. And then people start to kind of get on with their lives, right? And then you kind of forget you're drafting.
Although in the case of this in particular, I don't really hate it that it's kind of dragging a little bit. Number one, season's still 6 weeks away. Number two, what kind of injuries and news are we going to get over the next few weeks as training camp goes on? So those that haven't drafted yet and still have some of those later picks to go, some of those guys that are going to ascend due to a training camp injury, you now have a shot at, and you don't have to fight for, and remember to go after on waivers in week 1 when they open up. So,
right,
I'm okay if we are well into training camp when we're doing our, say, 19th rounds on.
There it is. I'm actually excited that I just got MVS right there. We were kind of talking about that off camera as well before we came on, and not bad for like my wide receiver, like 6.
True.
I'll take a piece of that. I mean, I like him. I like him much better in best ball. Obviously,
I was gonna say. I'd probably prefer Sky, but he is long gone, so never mind.
Right. And speaking of Sky, he is 100%. Apparently, according to recent reports, he's feeling great at 100%. And as unfortunately, my guy Justin Ross is starting out on the PUP still, as he did have that surgery, which is of course why he went undrafted. But again, he's like one of my dark horse. Obviously not in redraft. You're probably not touching him. I don't hate him like a last Mr. Irrelevant on a best ball team, and I don't. Obviously, I like him in Dynasty. So
literally all the talent in the world, but man, I'm so.
It could just
to
be
see
gone
that same left foot hurt again is just so. Honestly, I was kind of devastated to see that. I'm rooting so hard for Justin. I mean, his career should have already been over. So the fact that he even is back in this with the team is insane as it is. The guy was on a track to be like a top 5, top 10 pick before all of this. I'm a huge, huge, huge Justin Ross guy too. I'm with you, and
nice.
I really, really hope that he's able to have the health to have success. I'm personally, skeptical considering that it's already, rearing its head again. But like Mr. Irrelevant pick just for the love, so I can root for the guy. Yeah, I'm all about that.
Exactly. And that's how it is, man. And again, like you said, I mean, if I can just try to get a piece of that Kansas City offense, especially at value like that, why not? Because that wide receiver room to me is just wide open for anyone's taking. And you have arguably one of the best arms throwing to you. So someone should be able to step up and take advantage.
Someone will. I don't think it's going to be MVS though, man. Sorry.
No, I mean, I don't think so either. But like I said, I like him a little more in best ball for sure. Just because I think he will have those boom weeks. He's just going to be one of those guys where you never know when to start him. And so you're better off just not having him, probably most likely.
Yeah.
So Cody's showing the love, man. Love you too, brother. Glad you're here. There it is. Oh, what's up? What's good, AJ? What's up, brother? From the FFT Fantasy Network. Make sure you go check him out. He said he's dropping in for a second, so love it.
Nice.
There it is. Mike saying what's up. And we're going to have AJ on, I think, here pretty soon. We've been trying to connect, get our schedules together, so we might have him come on as a guest as well for one of these mocks. So Mike saying he loved it, one of his favorites. Not sure exactly what he's talking about on that one. But let's see. Mike saying his draft on the SFB was the 5th fastest overall.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They finished. I mean, he was moving through. Like, he was sending me pictures. I was like, dang, dude, you're like moving.
Yeah. Our division last year, My Chemical Romance, was the fastest division in SFB.
I was going to say, weren't you? Yeah, you had the fastest, right, last year?
Yeah, we were cruising. Yeah, that was a really good division too. That was a good time, good tournament last year. Shout out to My Chemical Romance, Scott Fishbowl 11 division.
There it is. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, Cody. He asked a little bit. I'm jumping ahead a little in the chat.
Yeah, no, go.
We already kind of talked about it. Ross bought it back in the boot. Does it scare you guys? And yes, that's kind of what I was saying. It does scare me a bit, but for the love, for the brand, that's the kind of, again, Mr. Irrelevant pick like Ant was talking about.
Right. And of course, Mike saying Juju over MBS. Pretty much, I think we all agree on that one too. And yeah, AJ saying, I hope we get you in one of these soon. That's what I'm saying, man. We're gonna get you in here for sure. Let's see. And Wilson saying thanks for bringing it tonight, Roston Tycoon. So love to get to that type of comment, man. We love hanging out with you guys here. Jacob's in here saying he loves Juju. Ooh, who did I get? Gainwell? That's not bad. I'll take it. Yeah. I'll take it. Let's see. And yeah, he said he just had surgery. Ron saying, yeah, he took Hardman. So right when I took MVS, he took Hardman right after me. I don't hate the Hardman pick either. Again, I mean, if you can get one of these guys late, like just grab them. Like
you're shooting for that KC lottery ticket. Not
and if it doesn't work out, you can just cut them, pick up a waiver guy, and it's not bad to have those kind of guys on your redraft roster.
The only one of the guys I think I'd really be excited to have probably would be Juju, and yeah, depending on where you're drafting him, I'm happy to take a shot on some of the others. But I think Juju's the only guy I'm like, all right, let's go. I still believe he's got some of that Juju left in him.
All right, that's not bad. I've done worse. That's too funny. Mike Segrini saying he loves Hardman. It's Juju Hardman MVS Sky for him. So there it is. And Ron saying what up AJ. So Ron knows AJ as well. Shout out to the Tokyo League. He's shouting out his. And Rafi saying another outstanding show. Mike Prado in here saying he liked this draft. Of course, stay tuned, guys. On Monday, a little teaser, we will break down this whole draft in detail, give you guys grades, full breakdown. We'll spend the whole show going over it. We will, of course, kind of cruise through it here in Tycoon. I hope you're kind of breezing at them because I'm sure you know what I'm going to ask you. Kind of pick out some teams that you're thinking, came together really well while I'm kind of going through this. So if you kind of just want to browse through that here real quick.
But I also just got to say, where my mind currently was at is actually thinking I drafted Daniel Jones and Kenny Golladay, so Mike better have a positive opinion of this one because I know he didn't really love my most recent draft. So I'm hoping this time with an early quarterback, some earlier running backs, and some Giants that I get the Mike seal of approval.
Love it, man. Love it. And that was the best part about what I loved about the box last year is like everyone just started drafting because they knew the guys we like, so they would do it.
Yeah, they literally were drafting for the grade.
Yeah, for the grade. And then we get in the real mock drafts with them and they're just completely different. And I was like, this is perfect. This is exactly why we did this. So that was fantastic. You never know what you're gonna get. So again, big shout out to Ron. Happy birthday to Ron in the house, man. And again, Mike's teasing some big news coming on Monday for our special guest next Friday. Wilson saying he knows the secret guest. Shout out to Wilson, our big ambassador, man. Big shout out to him, man. I don't know if you guys have seen Wilson's Twitter lately. He actually is doing a contest, man, on his own behalf. He wants to donate a Kurt Warner signed shirt we have to get 50 new subscribers. Once we hit those 50 new subscribers, those 50 people will be entered into a drawing to win the Kurt Warner signed shirt. So make sure you check out his Twitter page at Wilson27. Of course, we have it under our at Get Right Fantasy page as well. So again, get your friends in here. Send that screenshot. Once we get to, I believe it will be 460. We will do the drawing and the giveaway, man. So again, a lot of just big stuff coming, man. So we're good. Mike saying shh to Wilson here. So there it is. And Jacob saying Juice is decent. So see, it was taken well, man. It was taken well, man.
Thanks, Jake.
It was good. And
it's Matthew Berry, isn't it?
Damn. No, he finally got him. The cat's out.
Well, he's a free agent.
Yeah, he is. He is. So Classics giving the love there. So there it is. And Cody's saying, can I unsubscribe and then subscribe again? No, because then you're still going to be within that realm. So we're going to have other drawings for obviously our current subscribers. We do have to get our 400th giveaway going as well too. So again, we have some big news coming up on that. So yeah, so just stay tuned, Cody. We got our original supporters here. We're going to take care of you guys too. So we got all that stuff coming. We got to get our CFO in here, man. Fish and Frank, he's the money bags. He's the one that gets to let us know what we can get in these contests and all that kind of stuff. So you know what, he's catching his fish, and once he's done, then we'll be able to do that. So
Speaking of, so I've missed a handful of episodes since everything's resumed in the
yeah.
offseason. Now I feel like though I have not really seen Frank or Dustin. Now what the hell is going on? Where are these guys?
Yeah, so for those who are wondering, nah, man, they're just kind of in their off season.
Sorry
right
to put
now.
you on the spot
No,
live,
no,
but
it's
I feel
good. It's
like
good. People
Get
have been
Right
asking
deserves to
lately.
know.
Yeah, no, I mean everyone's been asking lately, and we've been answering it. So it's these guys got lives, man. They're not just like a degenerate like Mike and I apparently. We just live, eat, and breathe this stuff. Frank's out fishing. Dustin has his family. They're camping
do
and
it from
fishing
the
and doing
boat.
stuff all summers, man. I think he did jump in one time, from out there, but he didn't have as much connection. So they're just, they're living their lives, man. I'm just here at the house, man, just again a degenerate, just behind the screens and looking at stats and just doing 50 mock drafts a day.
Well, they don't gotta go that hard, but
going on.
pop in for a stream once in a while. That's all we're saying. We miss the guys.
So Dustin will be back soon. Frank's actually caught a couple. So if you go back, you'll see there are
all
a couple.
All right, Frank's off the hook. Dustin,
yeah,
no
so
excuses.
he's been here a couple, but yeah, Dustin actually hasn't been on since our last show, which was the Friday night mock after the Super Bowl, I believe it was. So I think that was his last show. So
he's getting a DM.
He's due back to be back next week. Yeah, you can hit him up, get him on here, man. He will. So.
Oh wait, did I just spoil the special guest? Dustin's back. Shit. Whoops.
Oh, maybe that is our special guest next week. We'll have Dustin.
You're like,
back.
I don't even know.
Yeah, he knows more than me.
So
Wilson's asking, Dustin hasn't been replaced by the new hires.
We are degenerates.
There it is.
That's why we're degenerates.
Here. Fantasy degens. I love it, man. Maybe that's what we'll be. The Get Right Degenerates. Maybe that'll be our moniker.
Literally, like the word in my profile is I'm a fantasy football and prop betting degenerate. That's
there
how
it
I
is.
Describe myself.
And that's why we get along, man. That's why we're here.
So I have been perusing this board here.
And yes. Let's get back to fantasy.
But I do want to say that I do have a favorite team here.
Let's
go. It's not mine.
Oh, those are always nice. I love the realism with that. Go ahead.
I mean, okay. See, because I'm not really part of the grading process, so I'm happy to share here.
Absolutely.
Jake,
it won't influence me.
I think put together the best team.
All right, let's break
it
down.
Absolutely, freaking nailed this draft. I mean,
all right.
I don't have a criticism of a single pick that he made. I'm not gonna say this is literally a perfect draft necessarily, but I mean, obviously, we were talking about Lamar. I feel about him grabbing a top 5 running back for me there at the end of the second, following it up with a guy who I think is going to be wide receiver 1 in Devontae Adams,
like top 5 at
and I mean,
worst,
again, top 5, absolute worst. I mean, I'd reckon to say probably top 3, really. Well, yeah, top 5 at worst. T. Higgins, I'm actually probably lower on some, but still, T. Higgins at the end of the 4th as your second receiver. Can't hate it. Kittle in the 5th to me is bananas low. I mean, maybe not after last year. People are worried about Trey. I don't know. I think that's going to be a beautiful connection, especially at a 5th round cost. Trevor as your QB2, again, getting him that late, able to wait that long to get a solid. I expect a lot of growth from Trevor. Maybe I'm optimistic, but.
And some more rushing upside is what they're saying too with Trevor. I mean, don't
the
forget,
guy can run.
That's
he
what
move.
he did. Yeah. I mean, that's why he was, again, touted, so high coming out last year.
I mean, Dylan, again, you can kind of play hero RB when you have a guy with Cook. So Dylan is a fine RB2 if you have a guy at the level of Cook as your running back 1. And then, 3 wide receivers. So, I mean, I'd actually say Thielen is his wide receiver 3, but having the high upside rookie there in London, you got to shoot for upside in these things. Lockett is still going to have spike week. So when you got to play him there, potentially in a bye week, you still have a big chance at, I mean, Lock sucks, but the guy can air the ball out and Lockett can catch deep balls. So, the possibility of those explosion games still exists. Lockett is still a very good receiver. I think Stevenson's a better running back than Harris. And we've seen him perform very well when Harris has gone down in New England. Spiller is a guy that would be in line for a nice workload should anything happen to Eckler. Hopefully not, because I'm going to be Eckler heavy this season.
I was going to say, don't say that. That was my first round pick.
But I'm just saying that's the kind of but that's the kind of running back you want to take in this range. I mean, that's perfect to where that something could happen that could ascend him into a primary role.
Now, before you go on, I want to ask you though. Obviously, we see Madison go, a round later. I mean, do you think that was a little bit of a reach on Spiller? I mean, should Madison have gone before Spiller there, you think?
Because he has Cook, maybe. I honestly still would have just taken him there the 13th instead of Patrick. I would have added to him and then probably targeted another receiver in the 14th. Right? Yes. And then I love Herbert there in the 15th.
Oh, love that pick too.
I was debating between him and Edwards there. I just chose the better offense.
Okay.
That was just all else equal. But Khalil is one of my late round targets, big time. So all about Herbert. So overall, I guess that would be the one minor criticism. I would have tried to ensure Madison because he's one of the only handcuff players that I subscribe to.
Him, Hunt, right? Henderson. So probably your top three guys there.
Well, I'm completely out on Akers, honestly. So for me, Henderson is the guy I'm just targeting independently anyways.
Okay.
Not even as a handcuff.
Just as you think he's going to be the guy. Right.
I don't necessarily think
like
he's
maybe like an AJ Dillon type. Like a poor man's AJ Dillon.
Maybe a little lesser. I mean, the guy, he's probably going to finish, outside of the top 24, but I think he'll be a guy who be like run 27 to 30, something like that.
Okay.
And if Akers, does have any real setbacks, I mean, I'd like to think he's not really going to have any true physical setbacks because he went through, a whole playoff season already.
Or just like a new injury, but still,
right? Yeah, anything like that happens. Henderson's then back to being the primary back for one of the best teams in the league, best offenses in the league. So
right, and those are guys you kind of want to target. I'd rather target long shots like that versus a guy that you feel that at his best he's like wide receiver or running back like 30 something. Like why not try to go with somebody who has that potential weekly top 12 upside should anything happen. So yeah, no, good stuff, man. So
this was just a brilliantly drafted team. I don't think there's a weakness in general. I think it was really, really well done and has super high, top of the position upside at every position, which I always like to shoot for as well.
Absolutely.
But Kittle could be tight end one,
Right.
The upside is there.
I don't know about that, but yeah. But I think he's definitely still has that top 3 potential. I mean, I like Kittle over Pitts myself, but that's just, again, because I think he's attached to a better offense and will have more scoring opportunities. But that's just that. So
hey, you did the work, Jake.
I know, there it is. So he's saying my dog.
Yeah,
throwing
some
out
other
that
good
love.
teams here too, but yeah, that's the one that really
stands out to you. Very nice, man. I appreciate that. Mike saying he loves T-Law as well. Wilson saying change the name to Get Right Classic Network. I love that.
Or that'll be more
we'll
like
have to have a special show when we do that. Yeah.
When there's been enough expansion, ESPN's got ESPN2, ESPN, whatever else. So when you've got Get Right, that'll be Get Right Classic. Exactly.
It'll just be us. It'll be like the original us because we might be, hopefully bigger and expanded by that time. Then, so we'll have to change us to Get Right Classic.
Then the guys doing your version of First Take and
right.
PTI and all this, so they'll be on the other one.
They'll be on the other ones. I love it, man. Good stuff, man. You guys are bringing in the chat tonight. I appreciate it. Rafi Bomb's in here saying bunch of DJing groups coming together. Project Mayhem Network. LOL. Love it. Might have to get a name change. See, they're coming with the name changes. I love it. Speaking of degenerates, when is the company ambassador and horseman draft? We need to get all the OGs in one draft one of these weeks. And yes, boys, you're already in my brain. We've been doing stuff behind the scenes to try to start getting this league together. We're just trying to find, make sure we do it right. We want to get it right, so to speak. So it will be happening. There will be an ambassador league. You will be playing. That's our biggest thing is we're trying to decide, do we all each get a team or do we all control one team and, so we can get 11 other viewers. So maybe you guys let us know what might be better. Would you like to play maybe against one or two of us individually? Or you want us all to kind of control one team. And by that, it's probably going to be me and Mike, because again, we're the degenerates. So we'll probably be the ones controlling most of that team, but we'll all four be involved on the
24 people in there.
Yeah,
2 owners per team.
Oh, see, there we go. So we might do something like that. So again,
maybe a coach and GM league. You got one who makes the lineup decisions and one who makes personnel decisions.
See, I like that. So again, we're going to have to keep brainstorming that. I might have to bring you in this, Tycoon. to help me get that together. So we'll have to keep talking about it. But yes, them boys, that will be coming. So for sure, we're working on that. Hard part is syncing the lives. Exactly. And that's been the hardest thing is, doing that. So, but either way, it will happen. Believe you me, we'll also be doing our listener league as well. I think Jeezy's going to run the Got Left Out fantasy league as well again too. So anybody that doesn't make it in the actual listener league will be in the Got Left Out listener league. So shout out to Jeezy for that. That was awesome last year. And your boy here,
that was a good league.
I believe took that one. Is that the one that I won? I think I won one of them last year.
I don't remember you winning shit.
I don't remember. You took down the best ball from the Market Champions. We're sitting here with the best ball Market Champions mock draft.
One of the only
right?
good
Wasn't it?
best ball teams I drafted on Sleeper. Like any best ball I did on Sleeper for the most part was garbage. I had like 2 good teams out of like 10. Yeah, it was like last place level and like 6 or 7 best balls out of 10, I swear.
Man.
I'm not really a best ball guy though.
Hey. No, I know. You like the management part of it, which is great. Yeah, and that's good. I like the drafting part just too much to not turn it into best ball to just see what happens. I just like gambling too much too. So I mean, I wasn't that big on Underdog last year, but like, dude, I don't know what happened this year.
Gambling
I just went
indeed.
crazy, dude. It's too funny. See, there you go, man. See, there you go. Jacob's in here saying debated hardcore between Tim Patrick and Madison, but I just love Patrick and think he could absolutely stay or slay with Russ. So we
talked about Patrick. I think we're both fans. So
absolutely. And Classic saying, Rafi, don't forget Philip Lindsay over there as well, who they say is probably the actual backup over Naeem Hines to JT should anything happen, but he's definitely not someone we're really targeting. If JT goes down, your team's pretty much done. There is no replacing that. Don't even worry. Yeah, you're done. Just pay your money and
stepping in, giving you JT production.
Yeah, exactly. Just better luck next year, man. Better luck next year. And yeah, and we definitely talked about that. Yeah, that's Mike saying that. He's saying he picked mine because I enjoyed his juice joke.
It didn't hurt. No, but Lamar and Devontae,
they know how to score the points, man.
You nailed it.
It was love, man. It was awesome. Rafi saying, I'd love to be in the channel league / tournament. Yeah, man, we're doing a mock tournament and we will have listener leagues going. So just again, keep staying in, stay tuned. Be the people who respond. Get in the drawings, and we like to do them live. So it's pretty much if you're here, you get in the drawings or you respond and, do whatever we're asking you to do. Again, since we're still not that big, it's a good chance for you to get in there, man. So just again, stay tuned and keep supporting us, brother. What's up, Martin?
A lot like Joe Burrow. It's creepy.
I know, right? That's like the same picture that they use on Underdog for him too. It's hilarious. What's up, Martin? How's it going, brother? We got Martin in the house from the Dynasty Pylon. Make sure you guys go check them out. Another big friend of the show. He was on last week. Saying what's up, Martin. And he does a lot of IDP Dynasty stuff over there. So if you guys are into IDP, we don't really cover that too much here. I do have a IDP Dynasty league that I started this year. So I'm definitely going to, start getting myself in it so I can start kind of reporting on it and, start bringing that type of content there. But I don't feel like I'm qualified at the moment because the last time I played IDP was when Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman were things. That's a while,
one of the
right?
Great linebacking duos of all time.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And then Mike saying the Market Champion should be after next week. That's right, it's coming, man. So it's the last 4 weeks of the 4 weeks of August. So we'll be rolling that out actually really soon, sooner than later. So we got stuff to do here. We got to get Frank and Dustin in here, man. Vacation's over.
Football's here. Like
we're here, man. We are here, dude.
We're in.
Dang. And Martin saying Chili's training in the middle of the desert. That's so right, man. He got called out, dude. No, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like it was 114 earlier today. Oof. For us here in Palm Springs, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, sometimes I forget you're in the desert yourself.
Yeah, no, it's brutal, man.
I just moved a little bit more inland from where I used to live in Long Beach. Now I'm in Orange County, a little bit, further in it.
A little more in. It's in a little valley though, right? Like it still gets a little hot over there.
It gets hot. I'm at the base of some foothills and it gets pretty warm.
Ooh, yeah, it gets tough, man. I just like it, at least it's dry, man, but these last couple of weeks have just been too humid and that's what kills me. So Mike saying peace out, Classic Mike and the crew. Thanks for the mock invite. Absolutely, brother. Hopefully we'll see you in here again. I know we will. And let's see, everyone's saying peace out to Mike. Mike's saying peace out. There we go. And yeah, Wilson's saying 2 weeks till preseason, man. We're here. Martin saying someone's got to do it, brother. We respect it. We appreciate you doing it,
That's
man.
true.
Absolutely. And then yeah, shout out Mike. That's what's up, man. If you're in here, make sure you hit that like button. If you've already subscribed, man, hit that like button and get it done. No way, dude. Out in New York, it was 100. Now that's crazy. You guys aren't used to that. That's tough.
You've been like reading about this British heat wave recently, and like talk about people that are not used to it, and their buildings are not. There's not much air conditioning residentially. Houses are built to retain heat over there. I mean, they're in a bad way with the weather. Sucks. I got a lot of friends over there too that are melting.
It is, man. That's crazy. That's even crazy to hear. Yeah, because when I send him pictures of our stuff, like, hey, look, it's 115 when I got my car, he's like, oh, I would melt. So I know he's melting for sure. So
yeah, they're over 100. I mean, I can't imagine being in London 100 plus. Like, that's so nuts.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, and he's saying it's not fun. He's not built for the heat. I'm not built for the cold. So more power to you. More power to you.
Oh, give me 30 degrees over 100 any day. I hate both, honestly. I'm just a soft California kid. Give me 76 and sunny every day. Right? Actually, I like a little bit of rain. I like it cool and rainy. That's probably my favorite.
That's hilarious. See, we got the weather thing. We're gonna have to just do like a whole segment. Shout out, just throw us your weather out today.
It's Friday night
today. I love it, man. This is what's up. We're just hanging out 101 in Tennessee today, and probably 99% humidity too. Yeah, man, it's rough, dude.
Literal hell.
That's crazy, man. We got the Catch Fantasy Football in here saying, hey guys, keep grinding and keep up the good work, man. So there it is. Classic Mike saying, give me 55 and sunny. Ron saying the Catch. That's what's up. Welcome. Everyone's saying thanks. What up, John? So yeah, man, it's popping off, dude. We could just hang out here forever, man. I want to be conscious of your time, of course, as well. I know we can do this for hours. As you know, easily. Mike and I have gone for 3 or 4 hours on Friday nights. But tonight is not one of those nights, guys, unfortunately. We got 97 in Iowa today. So we're going to start shutting it down here, man. I know it sucks. I definitely want to keep hanging out with you guys here, but we will be back on Monday. So again, make sure you check us out. Again, get in that description. We got a Tycoon in here. His link's down there. Make sure you go sub to his channel, as well as WAGMI, as well as 2 Days podcast, man. We're growing here. We'd love the support. Hit those subscribes for us. We're going to be collabing on each other's channels, and just bringing you guys, hopefully good content, hanging out, and just creating an awesome little community. So right now, I'll just turn it over here to you, Tycoon. Tell us a little bit about, what you got going on, where they can find you, and all that good stuff.
Well, much appreciated. So most importantly, where you can find me is primarily on Twitter at FF_Tycoon, as shown here on the screen, and on YouTube, the Fantasy Boardroom, for my weekly show, typically on the air come Wednesday evenings between 6 and 7 Pacific, somewhere in that range. It shifts a little bit week by week because, as Rasta was saying with Frank and Dustin, also still have a life, and sometimes things like work and family affect that. So, but Wednesday evenings, so that's the time to go. And also wanted a little sneak preview for the Get Right team. Anybody that follows me or anybody else as part of my team, the Fantasy Collective, if you've noticed, is no more. However, we are now Fantasy Rogues and Rogue Bets. Yes. Also, if you want a sticker, shoot me a DM. Maybe we can get you one over there. But we're now under that. We're reconstructing the website, the team a little bit, and we're also going to have a pretty big announcement next weekend. Looking on the 31st, we're going to have something exciting and large to share. Otherwise, for now, continue to follow me again over at FF_Tycoon for your fantasy football prep. If you're into prop betting, you'll see a lot of that from me as well, especially when NFL rolls around. For now, just working on baseball, but constantly prop betting all sports. So Prize Picks, Underdog. I know everybody's on Underdog, so make sure you're taking advantage of that feature too. It's more than just best ball drafts. And Sleeper. And as much as I love Sleeper, I hope they kind of get their act together on the squad prop betting mode. It's been a bit of a roller coaster lately, so I'm not going to endorse them too strongly. But obviously, you're also playing on Sleeper, so it's another mode to have. And should be much better, when football rolls back around. But yeah, be here to help you, do the research, find the picks there, in addition to helping you find the players to be drafting on your fantasy football teams. Can't wait for this season.
Absolutely, man. Love it. Love it. Like I said, man, I could do this for hours, brother, but we'll get up out of here, man. For Dustin, for Frank, for Classic Mike, for myself, and of course for Tycoon, man, we all appreciate you hanging out here with us. You could be doing other things, but you were here with us. So we really appreciate that, man. We appreciate the support. Again, let us know what you guys want content-wise, anything like that, man. We'll try to do what we can. We'll get these leagues going, and just stay tuned for these announcements, man. Other than that, we'll see you guys on Monday. Peace out.